Greetings. Shh. It's okay. I'm not an alien, as much as I look like it in this light. Don't be mad, okay? Don't be mad. But this is a compilation video. It's not new. It's nothing new, okay? Don't scream. Don't cry about it. It's not spilt milk. You know the saying, don't cry. Unless it's over spilt milk, then you're allowed to. That's fair enough. Anyway, this is a compilation of incel videos that I've done, including, I wanted to add a bit of fun, a bit of fire into it. So I've also done a couple of kitchencel videos along with a couple of incel videos, just to break it up a bit, okay? We can't have 40 minutes of sadness. That's too long. This is why we use social media for the most part, to numb our minds from the death and destruction. So I thought, I'd adhere to modern day and put a bit of fun in there. Well, mostly fun. Alright, like and subscribe. Have fun watching this compilation. Goodbye from Shifty, Drongo, the ghostly apparition. I know what you're thinking. I know the question you want to ask, okay? I know the things you were thinking. Don't think I don't. I know what you want to say. Shifty, Drongo, what would an incel be like if they were entertaining? Ask no more, my sweet one. They would be kitchencels. I came across this neat little subreddit, and it's, in one word, amazing. Listen, I'm no Redditor, and I know that's a hard point for me to make to you because of the countless videos I've made about subreddits, but I could scroll this for hours, this subreddit, and it brings me nothing but joy. Okay, I look on the regular incel subreddit, tears. I'm on the ground. I'm shitting myself. I'm pissing blood. I'm spitting saliva. I'm crying. I already said that one. What else? I'm hemorrhaging in my brain. Help. But this? That's what I'm doing. Cackling. I probably just blew out the mic when I went cackling. But, I'll fix that in post. You know what the rules of this subreddit are? And I shouldn't even say rules, because it's not rules. It's one rule. There's one rule of the kitchencel subreddit. Billions must cook. Billions and billions and billions and billions must cook. Got very Donald Trump there. But billions must cook. Enough of me explaining how good this subreddit is, okay? I'm just going to begin. And I hope you enjoy. I hope this brings a spark. Okay, I hope this brings you joy watching this video. I know none of my videos have probably ever done that to anyone, but this one I'm hoping. I'm hoping this will brighten your day. I made a beef stroganoff because nobody's stroganoff my beef. Beef stroganoff, it's not bad. That doesn't look too bad, I will say. Many a cold nights, beef stroganoff has kept me warm when no one would stroganoff on my beef. Half of that's true. I've never actually made a beef stroganoff from scratch or anything. I've made a lot of other things. Stroganoff is not one of them. The other half of it is true. Food kept me warm on those cold nights when I had no one. I asked my high school biology teacher out on the day that I turned 18. I don't want to offend anyone coming out the gate in this subreddit. We're all 18 once. I was 18 once. I was dumb. Okay, when you're 18, you're dumb. I'm still only one of those things. You do stupid things. But can I just say, I think even when I was 18, I knew it's probably not a crash hot idea. I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via a Steam account. Via a Steam account? I don't know why, but something about a high school biology teacher having a Steam account just does not sit right with me. I will say that. Okay, so I feel like that'd be the hardest account to find out of all the social media, right? You got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Although if a high school biology teacher had Snapchat, I'd be kind of worried. I feel like that'd be the hardest one, the Steam account, but you found it, which is weird and creepy, but good on you. She blocked me. Lemon chicken gnocchi? I gotta say, that looks tasty. You kitchencels sure know how to cook, which, makes sense. You're a kitchencel. If you didn't know how to cook, that would be troubling. And also, if you didn't know how to cook, you should have been banned long ago from this subreddit, because kitchencels only, alright? If you're a freak, you're allowed in the subreddit, but you gotta know how to cook. Fuck my stupid fucking life and this pathetic attempt at grilled cheese. What did you do? How do you... What? How did the cheese get over there? Listen, I mean this in the kindest possible way. How does one fucked up a grilled cheese? That's a serious question. How do you do that? How do you screw up a grilled cheese so badly? What kind of pit of hell are you in? You're like, I'm gonna go make a toasty, and then you've come up with this monstrosity. Who did you piss off? My biology professor used me as an example of inferior genetics because I was short. Who's your professor, Joseph Mengele? Jesus Christ. Before I move on from the Nazi doctor, what the fuck what am I looking at here? What is this? I'm assuming that says Freeway Cola, which I didn't know was a brand. And then you've got, I want to say that's one hot dog with scrambled eggs and like big bits of onion on top of the scrambled egg. You couldn't even be bothered to chop the onion? Come on, man. And then Lifesavers and like heart-shaped lollies. That's one of the saddest meals I think I've ever seen. I was having fun, and then I looked at what you created, and now I'm in a state of despair. So thank you for bringing me back down to earth. I've become so fat I can't even reach my dick to jerk off. I'm just gonna glaze over that jerk off comment. Didn't mean it like that, but we'll continue. What am I looking at here? Is that what, chunky milk? And I want to say that's a dip and a cracker, but I can't be certain. No girlfriend, no job. No driver's license, never kissed or even hugged a girl. My friends think I'm weird, and my class thinks I'm gay. Spaghetti. It's not. I'm not laughing. Is this the face of a man that would laugh at your pain? No. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I want to talk shit about this meal, but to be honest, I've had this meal a few times. You know, when there's nothing in the cupboards, it's just spaghetti. Just spaghetti. You go, alright, I guess I'm having spaghetti for lunch. What sauces do I have? Not much. Salt. That's it. But sometimes you're at the end of the shopping week and you have to eat, okay? And you don't want to go and get some type of takeaway, alright? Because that's a waste. I'm going to eat plain spaghetti with a bit of salt on it. Sorry, I don't know why I got so vocal about that. That just, these things have to come out sometimes. This one is by Chud Jackson. Fantastic name. Congrats. This meal is too good for me. I don't deserve it. I hate women because they pretend to like you and just use you like emotional porn. I mean, if that's what you really think, you're correct. That meal does look too good for you, okay? Change your attitude, and then you can eat that. Until then, it's the plain spaghetti for you. Alright, bud? Some potatoes and sausages I burned a little. I don't want to use hyperbole for hyperbole's sake, but a little, that's not enough of a reaction. That's dead. You've killed that beef a second time. If that were a human body, and hear me out here, I know that's a weird start, you would need dental records for that thing. That's how fucking charred that thing is. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. Sad. One of the saddest sentences I've ever heard. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. I can't read it with a straight face. It's actually impossible. I recreated one of her idiotic jokes. Pineapple pizza. Okay. Well, I can tell you didn't start crushing on her for a humour, because that is diabolically shit. Its taste makes me ill. Just like her streams now. Yet, I know that I won't throw it out. And tomorrow, I'll come back to finish it. Possibly while listening to her talking about her man. You know, sometimes in life you think, I wish things could be better. You know, I wish I could make more money. You know, I wish I could, just be fulfilled in things that I'm doing. And then, you see someone like this eating a pineapple pizza, which I don't mind a bit of pineapple on pizza. Don't come for me, alright? I don't want to have this debate. I'm not a millennial. But you see someone eating a pineapple pizza based on a VTuber crush that they have, and you go, I have it made, It's not perfect, but by God, it could be worse. Reminder where you are. This is r/kitchencels, bitch. We're clowning this motherfucker. Better take your sensitive ass back to r/depression meals. And you know what? I'm starting to feel that, because some of these meals are making me depressed. I will say that. I think this is supposed to be like a haha funny, my life sucks, here's a really nice meal. Some people I don't think are getting the joke. And that's, it is what it is. You can't stop people from joining a subreddit, I suppose. 32 Mal. Never touched a woman. My crush is a VTuber who doesn't know I exist. You guys have got to stop having crushes on VTubers, right? Most of them are just like blokes from India, right? Unless you know that and that's what you're into, then go ahead. Well, that does take me to my second point. You've got to stop having parasocial relationships with people online. It's just not healthy, okay? Asked ChatGPT what sauce to make for my egg burger. It said mayo, mustard, and lemon. Ate it imagining it was her discharge. Well, that answers one of my questions, I suppose. I was getting talked to by a female co-worker who got semi-close, leading to me screaming I'm gay at the top of my lungs. Passed with tomato broth and rice milk pudding. I'm not sure what the implication is here. You scared of women? Or you're scared that if a woman got too close to you, you'd complete, confirm, conclude, come. Anyway, we're never solving that little mystery. What is going on with the pasta? Alright, the pasta is a disaster. It's good. But seriously, look, what is that? It is so watery and overcooked. The pasta's overcooked, the sauce is watery, the milk pudding, I don't even... Like, it just looks like chunky milk. I mean, it's awful. It's terrible. Listen, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but that looks like shit, okay? So if you're gonna be on the kitchencels subreddit, pick up your damn game. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of plain pasta and overcooked pasta and runny pasta. Make good meal or piss off. Anyway, I've had fun here. It was a little depressing in the middle, but I kind of felt like I picked up towards the end. Kitchencels. Is it my new favourite subreddit? Yes. Hello. Anyway, today I'm back on the Incel Tears subreddit. It's been almost 4 months, I believe, and the world's changed a lot in those 4 months. You may think, has it? And I'll say, I don't know. I needed an intro and I just thought of that. But I feel like it has a bit, at least, I feel like there's a lot going on, a few shifts in the wind, as they say. So I wanted to, check back in with the Incels, see if anything's changed for them, how they're coping, anything positive happened in their lives, they've changed for the better. You may think, you fool, of course they haven't changed. And I'm saying, well, maybe they have, you never know. People can change. People can change. Not everybody. Some people are stuck, but they can. So, here's hoping. But I do have a bet with myself, a bit of a guess of what they may be defending or talking about now. I do have a sneaking suspicion. I hope I'm not right, but I fear that I am. Epstein. I knew it. That was the thing that I bet with myself. I said they're going to stand behind Epstein and defend him and defend his quote unquote way of life. I just didn't think it would be the first word of the first post. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought maybe a couple posts in, maybe just maybe there was some hope. But I was wrong, and I'm sorry. We couldn't get more than one word in before this happened. I was hoping to get away from this stuff. And I know you're thinking, you're on the Incel Tier subreddit. You thought you were going to get away from pedophilia? And I thought, yeah, well, maybe. But I was a fool. I just realised I was yelling at you for 30 seconds for no apparent reason, because obviously the mic's attached to me, so I wasn't further away from the mic. But I don't know how technology works. I'm 77. Epstein and all the powerful men on that list didn't even do anything morally or legally wrong. Do tell, please. Please tell me your standpoint. Actually, I'd prefer not to, but we'll read on anyway. And everyone is so obsessed with age. Yeah, everyone's so obsessed with age. I mean, guys, age is just a number, okay? Whether it be a publicist offering 2 babies from Africa to him, or, some guy offering a 9-year-old. It's just a number, after all. It's just a number. They constantly use it as a tool to fearmonger and demonize innocent, regular, healthy men. Yeah, that's where you're wrong, fella. They're definitely not regular. And healthy, maybe physically. Mentally, absolutely not. Have natural biological urges. There's literally nothing wrong with what those men did to those women. But everyone is outraged and goes crazy over nothing. If you think that's nothing, I'm scared of what you think something is. Because if you think that's nothing, we need your hard drive checked. Now. So stupid how insane and irrational everyone gets just because they hate males' natural biological sexuality. Yes, that's why everyone's going absolutely bananas right now over everything that's being released about these powerful billionaire pedophiles. That's why they're going insane. Is your brain a lot of brain worms, or is your brain at this point all brain worms? I'm confused. Anyway, you're a sick freak, and I hope... Probably can't say that on YouTube, so I'll probably censor that, but still remains. I hope that happens. Women live life on tutorial mode. Do you live in a game? Do you live in a video game? Men are so shallow. Why do I have to lose weight and remove my body hair to attract them? Go on. This isn't natural. Do men even like women? I wish I was a lesbian. Don't we all, buddy? Don't we all? Okay, so it's 80k for leg lengthening surgery. Oh my god, it's 80,000 to lengthen your legs? Are we for real? Just so you can walk around like you shit yourself? I'm good. Another 40k for jawline surgery? So you want to break your jaw and realign it? I think there are cheaper ways to do that. At least another 10k for a hair transplant. Hey, mate. Hey, shh. Hey, shh. Be quiet. Don't tell the women that we're all fucking bald as an alien, alright? Don't do that, okay? I've been convincing people my whole life that this is real. Why would I cover, you idiot? Shit, I forgot. There's another 30k for clavicle lengthening. I kind of feel stupid in this moment because I feel like I should know what this is, but what the hell's a clavicle? And should I look it up? I'm gonna look it up. Technical term for collarbone. People do that? They break their collarbone and lengthen it? That's too much. It's too much. Why do you need to lengthen your collarbone? If I save money for 20 years and survive all the surgeries, I'm pretty sure some women will find me hot. What are you, a mutant? Like, what do you need all this surgery for? Listen, I can't say I can relate to you on the hairline. I think my jaw's okay. Could my collarbones be longer? Maybe. I don't know. What's the correct length of a collarbone? But the leg lengthening thing? I'm not a tall man. Could I use with a couple more inches? Absolutely. Where? I'll let you decide. You don't need it. Just be normal. Just be normal. Okay? Stop fixating on breaking your legs, and maybe a woman will talk to you. According to this incel, most people's gaming chair smells like poo. I don't... Sorry? What are you doing in the gaming chair? Are you shitting in the gaming chair? Do you have a hole in the gaming chair and a bucket underneath where you shit into the bucket? It's kind of like a chair/toilet situation. What are you doing in the gaming chair? Are you wiping your ass properly? Are you cleaning? Don't actually, that's a silly question. Of course you're not clean. Why would you be clean? Well, his does, and his mum is now whining about it. There are people that are living lives that I couldn't even imagine. I just don't know how. I don't know how. I don't even know what do you do? What are you doing? Like, you're annoyed that women aren't attracted to you, yet you sit in a gaming chair that smells like feces. I mean, can you see the problem here? Most of your issues are of your own accord. When will you figure that out? Probably never. And I don't think your mother's whining about it. I think that's a normal thing to whine about, alright? If my son's gaming chair smells like shit, I'm gonna have a few words. Also, more than 10,000 posts and has been in a crab bucket for almost 8 years now. Apologies, but an actual crab, is he in an actual crab bucket? Because I've seen crab buckets, they're not very big. Are we sure I don't think you're talking about an actual crab bucket. Intersectional autistic supremacy. Do you actually look like that? A common problem that most people have is their gaming chairs start to smell. No, not common people. I like to think of myself as a common man, and I've never had that problem. My gaming chair starting to smell. Absolutely not. No, that's not a thing that's ever happened. I've had problems where the leather starts to wear and the screw protectors, they fall out every once in a while. My gaming chair smelling, that's never been an issue. Yuck. Mine has started to smell of poo. Can't believe this is a real guy. This is very unpleasant. You know what? I'm glad you can at least say that. That's good. That's a step in the right direction. Second step would be cleaning your ass every once in a while. That'd be nice. At least once a week, minimum, okay? And it would smell less. It'd be better if you just did it every day, but baby steps. My mum has started whining about it recently, which makes me angry. I've tried wiping it down with wet wipes. Have you tried wiping yourself down with wet wipes every once in a while? That might help. And the smell doesn't seem to leave. Any advice? How do you guys get rid of the smell? As someone who's never had to get rid of the smell, I would say Glen 20, you know? That seems to be like a surface area thing that you can use. I don't know if, you're probably not from my neck of the woods. God, I hope not. But, some other disinfectant spray, it's a good start. My second opinion on this would be just throw the fucking thing out and start again. And start cleaning yourself properly. That would be another thing. Therapist made me an incel. Colour me intrigued. So I was seeing a therapist for the past year, and she actually made me an incel. I came to her with utter loneliness and depression of my life. Opened up about how I can't get any girl. She just told me to work on myself and become kinder to women. That's what made you an incel? Really? I don't know, I feel like if that's the advice you're getting, could be the fact you were one before, but we'll continue. The way she blamed it all on me really made me angry. This is the thing they can't see. They can't see that a lot of their problems, 90+% of their problems in life, come from within. Most problems people have in life come from themselves. Not all of them, but there's a lot of problems that people have, myself included, that are from within, that they've created. And the fact that you can't see that, you're never going to get anywhere if you can't see that. Especially when she was an attractive woman in her early 30s. So you wouldn't have been pissed off if it was like a dude in his 30s telling you this, who has a boyfriend. As if she had to deal with any of this stuff in her life. Yes, therapists commonly experiencing what their patients are experiencing at the same time, just to make their advice ring true. Females truly hate men and want us all to suffer. Thanks to her, I realise that all women are privileged compared to men. Yeah. Historically, women? Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. If you look back in time, I tell you what, stop trying to be better at social skills. Gave up on the dating scene. Cut all women out of my life, except my mum. So you're a fake incel then? You are a fake incel. You cut all the women out of your life? No you didn't. No you didn't. Your mother is a woman. I don't know if you heard, but she has to go as well. Because if you don't cut her out, then you're not allowed in the incelosphere, okay, buddy? Alright? No women. Alright? We like men only. I mean, we talk to men only. We're intimate with men. We talk with them intimately only. We talk with them as like friends and peers only. Glad that's clear. And after all that, I asked her a simple favour to go to bed with me. Sorry, what? And she had the audacity to kick me out of her practice. Yes, how dare she? What a sick person. How sick can someone get? They try to help you figure out how to do better in life, and all I ask in return is to go to bed with her. And she says, get the hell out of here. Well, joke's on you. Now I'm an incel. May think you were already. No. She made me do it. It's her fault. I get it. I'm a lonely man, but better let me be depressed than suffer the horror of sex with an unattractive man. Sorry, are you having sex with the unattractive man? I'm confused. I get it. I'm a lonely man, but better let me be depressed than suffer the horror of sex with an unattractive man. I mean, I'm guessing you're saying that she's thinking, is she depressed? You need to rework that sentence. It sounds like you'd be suffering the horror of having sex with an unattractive man. So just letting you know. I don't mean to be hyperbolic, but this may be the most interested I've ever been in anything. How to get pussy? Oh, and he's got Jeffrey Epstein as his profile picture. That tracks. How do you do it? Ask Reddit, they're the experts apparently. I mean, pod call kettle black. You can't sarcastically say that when you're in an incel forum of some description. It just doesn't work. It's all about personality and confidence. They're learning. It's not all about personality and confidence, but you know, it helps. Definitely helps. Get some money and fuck a whore. Grab a brick or another heavy object. I don't like where this is heading, but I'll continue, unfortunately. Approach subject from behind. Hit the subject with brick over the head. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that was going to happen. I knew where it was going. I should have stopped, but I didn't. And I'm sorry. A few months ago, I stumbled on a subreddit called kitchencels. I went through it and most of it was pretty funny. You know, it'd be someone's issue in life and then some type of meal. Most of them looked pretty good. Some of them were disgraces to the culinary arts, but, you know, it's going to happen. But there were a few really sad ones. And those ones, they weren't very fun. And by all reports, the subreddit's kind of gone downhill into that sad, depressing state and has descended into madness, chaos. But I want to see with my own two eyes if that was the case. You know, is the subreddit that I enjoyed the most on here not what it used to be? You know, life cycles of these things usually would last a little bit longer than like 3 months, but that's the way of the world. World move fast, me not move so fast. Me move slow, as well as brain. Brain also moves slow. Anyway, enough yammering on about this sad little subsect. Let's just get into it. I'm scared. I'm scared. I've pushed away everyone I love because I'm unworthy. Are you unworthy, or maybe you just think you're unworthy? You know, worthiness comes from within. Or so I've been told. I don't know, I haven't found it yet, but one day. I'm also Chinese. Oh, I always thought that maybe I'm just a teensy bit dyslexic, because sometimes when I read, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I'll switch words around, or I'll just miss words in general. I mean, that's probably just normal, maybe, but maybe I'm just illiterate. But I read that as, I'm also Chinese, instead of I'm also failing Chinese. I'm like, what has you being Chinese got to do with anything? I push away everyone because I'm unworthy. I'm also Chinese, by the way. I'm also failing Chinese. Hamster-shaped pasta? Yuck. Is that the gluten-free pasta? You know, no offense to the people who can't eat gluten, you know. I know them. I know of them. They're around. And it must be a heinous life you live. But I would sacrifice any intolerance that I had to just eat regular pasta, because I think that might be the gluten-free stuff. It looks awful. Yuck. And also, what's the white liquid in there? What is that? This looks like something a child would make. Hamster pasta, milk, some green bullshit. It's all there. You know, I tried to make you feel better saying, you know, the worthiness comes from within. But you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you are unworthy. Because this dish, it's not a dish becoming of a person who's worthy. Let me just say that. The nation of Israel is ruining my life. Croissant with jam and cheese. Alright, buddy, get to the back of the line. You think you're the only one? I'm no longer attracted to real people. So I baked muffins for me and my fictional wife. I will say the muffins look pretty good. I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, the outside looks good. As long as they're not dry on the inside, I'd say you've made a pretty good muffin. What are they, blueberry? Are they blueberry? Blueberry muffin good. I like blueberry muffin. And I'm sure you're joking about the fictional wife thing, okay? I'm sure the next slide's going to be something that's not a fictional wife, right? I was proven wrong. So that's her, huh? She looks fine. There'll be a time when tech billionaires face their day of reckoning. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And I'll be there. And I'll be clapping. This makes me sad. Don't be fooled by the smile on my face. It's covering up deep anguish. Well, I wish you luck in finding the attraction to real humans again. Roommate had 5 years of moving out, and I have 1 week to move. Accompanied by a glass of milk and some bullshit on a plate. Like, I'm not 100% sure what that is. I think it's like 2 bits of garlic bread with some slab of offcuts of a pig or something. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't look great. Oh, there's a little bit of a spiel underneath. He's moving in with his girlfriend. They met 3 months ago, and he's already said she's the one. That's crazy. He already thinks that? He already thinks she's the... That's... That guy's... That couldn't be me. Me? Ever think... Not me. I'm rational. I'm the most rational man that's ever existed. I mean, it's one thing to think that she's the one, but it's another thing to move in within 3 months. I feel like that's tempting fate. That's a little crazy, alright? You don't even know each other yet. I don't expect their relationship to last long, though. He doesn't understand that no woman will ever settle down and start a family with a man that's making less than 50k a year. Okay. Not sure I like where this is going, but we'll continue reading. He has no prospects like I do. Says the one drinking a glass of milk and a garlic bread and some meat bullshit sandwich, alright? I would relax. But it doesn't matter anyway, because he's 5'11". He'll get all the pussy he wants in life, and I'm left with nothing. Spam and garlic bread sandwich with milk? I never get the whole height thing, you know? Yes, there are some women that like a tall man. I'm not going to deny that. That's a thing. Everybody has their own preference. Am I speaking out of turn here? I don't think I am. But I'm not exactly the tallest cook in the kitchen. Because we're on kitchencel subreddit, so I thought cooking, yeah. Do you like it? Don't tell me. But I like to think I've done okay, alright? I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. That's right. I'm not very big, but I've done pretty good. So height, it's not an excuse, alright? Everybody likes different things. You'll find some 6'4" beauty who'll pick you up by the scruff of the neck and take you home, alright? You'll be fine. Just stop eating whatever the fuck this is. Spam and garlic bread sandwich with milk. Stop that. No more, okay? Make actual food. Like, you've been living out of home for at least 5 years, so you should have learned a couple of tricks of the trade by now, alright? Anyway, my advice for you, get out of that stupid mindset and cook a real meal. That's everything I had to a tornado today. Oh, my throat. It's going crazy today, I had to cough. That was a cough. That wasn't, that sound that I made, that was not a chuckle, that was a chokeable. From the cough, the coughing, I was choking. I'm choking. Not a single text from the family. $25,000 in debt. Sandwich. Yeah, that's not great. You've had a rough day. That's not very good. Do you have insurance by chance? I'm gonna guess probably not, because you're $25,000 in debt. But maybe you're in that debt from the insurance you've taken out on your belongings. Probably not accurate, is it? Yeah, okay. Well, let's move on to the other part of this post that may be not as sad, but looking at it, kind of is. The sandwich. What's going on with the sandwich? Why is there a big bit of tomato on top of the sandwich? There are multiple slides, so maybe we'll show the evolution of the sandwich, and it's not just some big bit of tomato on top of the sandwich when it's supposed to be in the sandwich. Enough about the sandwich. Oh, it's about the tornado. Okay, well that does not look good. What do you even do here? Like, what happens? Like, Everything's gone. That's it. It's over. How do you move on from that? Especially if you don't have any insurance whatsoever, you're doubly fucked. Although, to be fair, knowing insurance companies, especially in America, which I assume this is, you're probably fucked either way. America, what a country, what a great place to live. If I was born in America, I would have promptly shot myself. I'm sick of myself. Come pasta. The worst thing I've seen today. And I just saw someone's whole life ripped away by a tornado. This is still the worst thing that I've seen today. That is way too much. What is that? Cottage cheese? That is way too much cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is gross to begin with, but that's too much of it. Okay, even if you like cottage cheese, that's too much. That's too much. No, I can't look at this anymore. I can't. Just get it off my screen. The only woman I ever loved started an OnlyFans. I paid for it and cranked my hog to a video of her getting spit roasted by 2 dudes, then deleted my account and cried after. There are some things that happen in life, that you do in life, that you can probably keep to yourself. You know, you should keep to yourself. This is one of them, okay? There's not a chance in hell that you should be admitting to the internet that the only woman you've ever loved, you bought her OnlyFans, cranked it, cried. No, keep that to yourself, alright? That's the shameful thing that you've done that you can keep inside until you die. It's not criminal in any way, which is good, but it's embarrassing, and I'd keep it to myself. Piece of chocolate cake I made because it's a piece of cake to be such a useless fucking chud. Fuck my cuck life. Yes, got called gay at work because of my slightly effeminate food container. White rice. You just took a whole thing of white rice to work? Is this a cry for help? Did you have anything else with the white rice? Or is it just white rice? Like imagine you're working hard, trying to get to the lunch break, and all you've got waiting for you is a container of white rice. What's the point? What's the point of it all? You know, you don't work hard 8 hours a day to have white rice for lunch. Have something with the white rice. I don't know why this is pissing me off so much, but treat yourself. You deserve it, I assume. I don't know. I don't know you. Anyway, I'm feeling comfortably numb enough right now. I think it's a good time to end it. The video, not my life. Did you know that... I know, it's crazy stuff. I had no idea either. Anyway, enough of my fun facts. You get one a video and that's it. Unless you're good, then maybe you'll get 2. Who knows? I wanted to kind of revisit, you know, the incel subreddit today and just, you know, I just felt like checking in again, you know. Every once in a while I like to check in, see what's going on, what their new gripe is for the day. Most of the time it's involving women, but, you know, something different. Something like, oh, they're walking different today. That pisses me off. Stuff like that. But I'm not going to babble on. We know what this is. Let's just do it. Incel goes outside for the first time in several months and gets angry at a random woman for being pregnant. I'm sick of women being pregnant. What's with that? I mean, I hate saying pregnant women, especially when there's no ring on that finger. I mean, oh, my goodness. It makes me sick, you know? You're making Jesus cry. Okay, and it's not the fully grown one with the beard, it's the baby one. So, that's worse. Rage fuel. I went to the grocery store and the cashier was a pregnant void. I think you need to go to some maybe type of anger management or something like that, because if that's what fuels your rage, that's what pisses you off in the world, a pregnant woman serving you at a cash register, I don't know, I just feel like there's bigger fish to fry. There's bigger things to be annoyed at. That's really low on the list. Honestly, I don't even think it's on the list. Unless she's like extremely pregnant and you're angry she has to work to, you know, pay the bills, then okay, I can kind of get the anger. If it's just because she's pregnant, I don't know. I don't get it. I have a feeling it is just because she's pregnant for... Honestly, I don't know what the reason's going to be. I can't wait to find out. From To Burble and Pine. Stupid name. Stupid name from a stupid man. I hate this world. I went to buy some food because my mum can't cook for shit. How about instead of making mummy cook all the time, how about you cook every once in a while, you know? I assume you're an adult, maybe. Although I'm hoping you're not an adult. I'm hoping you're still just a boy. Because if you were an adult man and you were complaining about a pregnant woman for some reason, it's kind of pathetic. I mean, even if you're only 14, it's still a little bit pathetic, but it's under the guise of not having a fully formed brain yet, so, you know, you gotta cut a little slack. So when I arrived, I saw this bitch staring her phone. It caught off guard seeing this void pregnant. It caught you off guard seeing a woman pregnant? You know, I thought it was harsh saying that you hadn't left your house in several months, making that assumption, but now I'm kind of on board with it. Last time she was a regular void, and now she has this bloated belly due to her having sex. It's not just because she ate too much. She's actually got a child in there. I don't know if you know how pregnancy works. Everyone is a sex haver but me. One of the most incredibly pathetic posts I've ever seen in my life, but let's continue. This woman that was serving me at the cash register, she was not pregnant, and now she's pregnant? That's enough for me. That's enough. That makes me mad. I'm furious. I know I'm supposed to be looking at the middle part of this post, but I want to divert your eyes to the top part that's cut off a bit. Gotten hot and released some of her milk. That's a sentence I never thought I'd utter out loud, but here we are. Yeah, and then he should have catched it with his mouth. I don't know if they're talking about actual milk or a euphemism. I've no idea, but either way, I'm disturbed. Months since I get to see a foid, and life sent me a pregnant foid just to make my life a bit more miserable. Just kill me already. You think life, or whoever the big person in the sky is, cares that much about you that they went, you know what? I'm sick of this dickhead. I'm going to send him to the supermarket. And you know what's going to meet him there? A pregnant woman. I know he doesn't like those. Does this count? Having a girlfriend is insane because it's literally unlimited chat with no token spend. I don't know if it counts, but it's one of the most stupid things I've ever heard, so put it on the pile, I suppose. Incels split over how long they would wait with a girlfriend without sex. 30% would impatiently leave straight away. Well, you know what they say, beggars can't be choosers. Experiment. If you had a girlfriend and she refused you sex, how long would you deal with it before leaving? How long would you put up with her shit? Even in a fantasy land, in their own fantasy world, when they do have a girlfriend, she still denies them sex. Are you sure you guys just don't want to not have sex? Is that just the thing? 29.5% says I'm leaving her immediately. I mean, it's taken you this long to get a girlfriend. You're just going to leave her immediately because she said, no, not tonight, honey. I don't think you have the ground to stand on to do that, to be honest. 2.3% a day. 13.6% a few days. 18.2% a week or more. 27.3% more than a month. 9.1% I'll stay with her without sex and live the rest of my life in a dead bedroom. Interesting statistical analysis. You don't usually see that on here. So, you know, it's a nice change of pace. It kind of helps getting in the mind of an incel. Rape is never a man's fault. Well, I mean, if he's the one doing the raping, I think it is. If you're a Redditor, you cannot justify the claim that rape is immoral for numerous reasons. Why? What? I'm confused. Why if you're a Redditor you can't say that it's immoral? I don't know what's going on. Is it because Redditors are mostly losers? Is that why? I don't understand the theory here. Redditors are naturalists, hence they cannot resolve the following problems. Is this everybody who's on Reddit, who uses Reddit, or is it like, you know, the classic Redditor, I'm a mod, get off my subreddit type of Redditor? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. There is no objective morality for multiple reasons. A, lack of epistemic justification. They cannot resolve the is-ought problem. You don't get an ought out of an is. Can we construct these sentences a bit more proper, please? Okay, not everyone's a nerd. Some of us read normal thing. Even if rape is very painful and psychologically traumatizing, why ought I not rape you? I think you just explained why you shouldn't do that. And for everyone in layman's terms, it's bad because of the previous reasons just discussed, and you know, a few more as well. It does not follow. It's just an assertion. I really hate people who talk like this. It's very much like the Jordan Peterson way of talking. You say a lot by not saying a lot. Lack of ontological status. What binds morality to matter? Is there any morality outside our minds in an external world? Or is that just an abstraction? Unless morality is woven into an external world somehow, you wind up with relativism. Because to assert otherwise would be a reification fallacy. Morality becomes contingent. My moral inclinations are that I ought to rape women. Who are you to tell me otherwise? Interesting thesis, but even if we live in the structure of your world, of your morality doesn't triumph over the rule of law of the land. So in most countries, the rule of law is that rape is illegal. So whether you think your morality is correct or not, which, I mean, it isn't, you're a fuckwit. The rule of law outweighs your personal feelings. So either way, you're a dickhead. Feeling very touched by this story and by Chad. I wouldn't say that out loud if I was you. They do not like Chad. I don't know who Chad is, but he gets on their nerves. They're not a big fan. You had sex with Chad recently. Okay. I always like to play the game of, is it actually a guy named Chad, or is it someone that they perceive as a Chad? Very interesting, and it's always a guy they perceive as Chad, because there aren't many Chads in the world. Funnily enough, you woke up with blood from your period, and then Chad called you and told you he was coming, and then you told him you couldn't wait, and then Chad arrived at your house. You had sex non-stop for 2 hours in many different gross positions. You and Chad had sex. That's a beautiful story. See, if these guys put their mind into something else, you know, storytelling, for example, who knows where they could go, you know? You know, it's not the best story in the world. The structure's not very good. It reads at kind of a third grade level. But, you know, there can be improvement. Your imagination is fantastic, though. Although I will say it is quite sad that you just imagine all these different women having sex with guys you deem attractive. Oh my god, you just had sex with fucking sexy, hot Chad, big cock Chad, fucking so sexy, big abs, fucking huge arms Chad. Oh, it's so gross. Fuck, I can't believe you got to have sex with sexy Chad. I can't believe you got to fuck sexy Chad. Chad that I don't think about at all, except for when he's having sex with you. I can't believe you had sex with sexy Chad that I think about all the time. I was gonna do that. Alright, that's it. I've had it. Like, subscribe, I'll see you later, and because you've been so good, so well behaved, I'll give you one more fact just for you, alright? Okay? Here, you ready? Are you ready? Alright. Did you know that
Shifty Drongo. I love Shifty Drongo.